Hi guys, today I want to talk about my reading goals for 2018. So first off, I want to address that this is obviously not my normal filming background. I'm currently at home for Christmas. I mean, Christmas is now over, but for the Christmas period. So I'm at my parents' house. That's why the background is different, the lighting is different, everything is different. I have a glare, I'm sorry. These are just the circumstances we have to live with today. I hope the sound is okay. I hope you can hear my parents in the background. I hope you can hear the street outside. So we just gotta live with what we have today. I always feel a little bit weird making these videos because I honestly don't even have that many plans. But then again, at the end of the year, I always look back at what I kind of thought I wanted to achieve in the year, and when I don't do a video, I just forget. So I thought today I'll just do a video, talk a little bit about what I want to achieve, just to remind myself throughout the year that there are a couple of things that I do want to achieve. First of all, I want to read 85 books in 2018. This is going to be my Goodreads challenge. I really love doing the Goodreads challenge. It gives me so much joy. I know a lot of people are not really into it. I absolutely love it. I love that Goodreads tells you you're behind schedule, you're on track, you're ahead. I just really, really love that, and it really motivates me. So for me, it's just always a really great thing that I love doing. As I said, 85 books. For now, I am definitely someone who has no problem with changing my goal throughout the year as much as I want to. I could go up to 100, I could go lower to 75 or maybe even 50. I just never really know how my year is gonna be and how much time I will have, how much I'm gonna be into graphic novels, how much I'm gonna be into audiobooks, because these obviously, are something that I can read a lot faster. I'm not gonna read 85 physical 400-page books. That's just not gonna happen. So my reading goal really always depends a little bit on what kind of books I'm in the mood for. So yeah, I'll just see. But for now, I'm gonna set it to 85 because that's around 7 books a month, which I think is a really good number. Then I definitely have a couple of books that I wanna reread in 2018. I feel like I really haven't reread enough in 2017, and I'm not a huge rereader anyway, so it's really not surprising. But there's a couple of books where I've been saying I want to reread them for a really long time and I still haven't. So I made a list and I hope to reread these in 2018. Honestly, for me personally, as someone who's not really a rereader, it's a lot of books to reread. I'm not sure if I can make it. So definitely I want to reread the Shades of Magic trilogy. Now that the whole trilogy is out, I definitely want to reread the whole thing. Then I definitely also want to reread Ramona Blue by Julie Murphy. I mean, I just read that last year, but I loved it so much. I just want to reread it immediately. I also want to reread Fire by Christine Kishore again. I reread that, I think, in the beginning of 2016 or end of 2015. Then it took me 6 months to read Graceling and then another 6 months to read Bitter Blue. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it this time around, if I'm gonna, binge the whole trilogy, but definitely I want to kind of start a new reread of this trilogy and definitely reread Fire sometime this year. Then I also finally want to reread The Witch Hunter duology by Virginia Baker. The first book came out in 2015 and the second book came out in 2016. It's been so long. I feel like I might have some different thoughts about it when I reread it. I just have a hard time recommending it to people because it's been so long, and I feel like not my taste but just my expectations in general have changed a little bit. So I'm interested to see how I feel about that now. I also want to reread Never Never by Brianna Schramm. This was my favorite book of 2015. I can't believe I have not reread that yet. I love that so much and I was able to read through it very, very quickly. So yeah, that's definitely on the list. I don't know, I think this is highest priority. Then I also want to reread If You Could See Me Now by Cecilia Ahern. I read this so long ago and I can't believe I never reread it. Now that I finally have an English copy, it's definitely time for me to reread it. It will be the first time that I read it in English, which is really great. But yeah, that is one of my favorite books of all time and I can't believe I haven't reread it yet. It's definitely time so that I just have it a little bit more present in my mind and can talk about it a little bit more in detail when people ask me for recommendations or something. And finally, I also definitely want to reread Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. This was one of the first female romance books I read and I really loved it back then. It's on my top list of 2014, I think. Yeah, I already did my revisiting old favorites for that, and seeing it in that list definitely reminded me that I need to reread that as well. Then one goal where I don't have a specific number for, but where I just kind of want to continue to do as well as I did this year, is to reread more nonfiction and especially memoirs. I was able to read not a lot, but more than usual this year because I had access to Overdrive, so I listened to a lot of memoirs on audio. So, you know, I mostly read all of them now that are available, but I can request more. So I definitely just want to kind of stick to that. I'm not sure if I want to read more, but like a similar amount that I read in 2017, I want to read in 2018. I think around like 10 or 15 would be absolutely enough for me if I read like 85 books. I think that's a very, very good number. And then one of my unofficial goals in 2017 was to read my whole TBR shelf that I had bought before 2017. And I mostly achieved that goal. I think I still have 2 books left. All of the other books that are currently on my TBR shelf, I all bought in 2017. And it's so much that I'm like 100% sure I'm not gonna achieve reading my whole 2017 bought TBR in 2018. That's not gonna happen, but I definitely want to try and still kind of read chronologically. Obviously, sometimes you just grab something because you're in the mood for it, but I do want to try and read everything that I bought up until, let's say, May or June. I just kind of don't want to fall behind so much on the books that I bought. I'm not really taking this like super serious, but I kind of just want to keep it in mind because it really worked well for me in 2017 to read everything I bought before 2017. So I just kind of want to stick to something similar. And that is just for my physical TBR. I definitely want to go through my Kindle as well. Like I deleted so many books off my TBR on my Kindle in the last couple of weeks because I just realized I'm not interested in them anymore. And the few ones that are really like 4 years ago now that I still want to read, that I still kept, I definitely want to tackle in 2018 as well, because it's just not fair for me to be like really strict with my physical TBR but then completely ignore my Kindle and act like the books that are on there haven't been on there for like 4 years. So I definitely need to get on that as well. And kind of just closing this whole category, I want to get my TBR, like general, physical and ebook, together under 50 again. I bought a lot of books in 2017 and I definitely need to cut back, and I can do it if I don't buy as much and if I really read. But oh my god, like I don't know, it's scary, especially because I have so many first books in series on my TBR. So because I really like to binge series, it then ends up being like 1 book on my TBR ends up being like 3 or 4. But yeah, it would be really, really great to just kind of get under 50 again. I should definitely cut back on my used books buying. But yeah, that's not really like official goals, just in general. I kind of want to have my TBR around 50 at the end of 2018. Oh god. Anyway, so these are my plans for 2018. Really not strict plans or like I want to do this, this and this, just kind of like more rambly and what I want to try and do and what I kind of hope to achieve in the year. I'm not taking anything like super serious. It's just kind of like, remember, these things are the things that you wanted to accomplish when you started the year. Obviously, I want to know some of your 2018 plans. Do you have like a goal of how many books you want to read, or are you kind of against that? Just let me know some of your thoughts for like reading resolutions in general. And thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!